because I'm coming.
And he should be thanking me.
Dricus du Plessis gave an interview to New York Post Sports where he said that it was Sean Strickland who completely shut down Adesanya's game. And best thing for Adesanya would be to pull out from their fight.
It was just Strickland who completely, shut down Izzy's game, and he enforced his game. And that style that Strickland fights was the kryptonite for a guy like Adesanya, because he couldn't land those shots and the constant pressure, even though he was moving backwards. Strickland, when you let Strickland walk forward and have his, that rhythm fight, because Adesanya is not a big quantity fighter. He's a guy that moves, and then he throws his accurate strikes. But those aren't so accurate when you have somebody with Sean Strickland's defense. So that's when I changed my opinion a little. Izzy wasn't on that night too. Maybe Strickland's style was just a perfect antidote for Adesanya.
But if you were to put yourself in Adesanya's shoes, what might you do in his situation where they offer you a title fight, but maybe you're not sure if he's got everything in all of his desire there still? What would you do if you were in his shoes?
Well, if I was in his shoes right now, I would find a way to pull out of this fight, to be honest, because I'm coming. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling the best I've ever felt, and that's the banter in me, getting ready for that. But in all honesty, to go and say he doesn't have the fire, I think the fire might be there, but it's just too small. My fire is just shadowing his fire. That's.
Israel Adesanya plans to make Dricus du Plessis pay for his remarks suggesting that a true African fighter must live and train in Africa.
Yeah, it's not personal. Like, it's not personal. I just want him to take accountability for his remarks. And I'm also glad my friend Razak, Abdul Razak said it before his fight about 3 weeks ago, saying like, I respect Dricus, but he's a bitch for what he said. He's a bitch because Dricus is saying, I train in Africa, I do this in Africa. And then people like Razak and myself who are forced to flee our own country because of, a better opportunity.
Yep.
He can't even, he'll never understand that because he lives behind the fucking gates of his privileged life in South Africa, and he's able to do that there. So someone like Francis, who had to cross the desert to go overseas to go train, and if you know Francis' story, you can't call him not a real African champion because he didn't train in Africa. It's like, bro, are you fucking kidding? The guy got sent back out to the desert 6-7 times to go die, and he survived. Like the things he said, and even without Francis being champion, without myself being champion, without Kamaru being champion, he would have never been champion. We paved the way for him, and then he comes out there and tries to take it all for himself. I wonder where he got that from. What kind of mindset is that? Like, I see this and I want it all for myself. Like, oh, look at this beautiful land. Look at this. I want it all for myself. What kind of mindset is that? What kind of mindset is it that you see 3 African champions and you're going to be the 4th one? You could have said, it'd be a great honor to be part of the legends of African champions that have been in the UFC. He tries to say, take it all for himself. That's a colonialist mindset.
On their podcast, Sean O'Malley and Tim Welch responded to Merab Dvalishvili, suggesting he should be grateful that Tim distracted Aljamain Sterling, indirectly contributing to his loss against O'Malley.
Very pissed off. Merab Dvalishvili trashes Sean O'Malley's head coach. He is not a real man. Are you not? Are you transgender? Are you a fake man?
Yep, I used to be.
What did he say? What specifically? We're not gonna play the whole thing.
He's just fire.
You watched it?
I read it. I'm like, dude, he's just so fired. I'm like, dude.
I wonder if it's because he's so short. Like,
no, it's not. It's because the Aljo thing. It's the Aljo thing. I'm like, dude, we were very limited. I'm like, we got to pull out something. It's like, you're fucked up. Your ribs fucked up. Most people would have pulled out of this fight. Yeah. And you didn't. And I got this guy in here. He's trying to take out my buddy. If he gets on his back, he's going to squeeze his back and break his spine and take his money. And then now your family doesn't get as much money. It's like, fuck him. You don't. Where in the rule book? Is there a rule book?
Well, I just think that's even. It's just, dude. It's like an NFL coach yelling at a receiver, "Don't drop the ball!" Like, is it gonna be that big of a deal? Like, what's a sport? We're all like, what? You didn't do anything illegal.
Yeah.
That's
Does
what I'm
NBA
saying.
coaches, I wonder, ever say anything to the other team? Just say something, not like mean, but do they say something when they're walking down the
Loser.
Yeah, you're slow or something.
You're short. No, probably not. I mean, it was just like, I just don't get why he's so upset about it.
And he should be thanking me because
Yeah, it was nice.
if
yeah.
if Aljo would have won that fight, Merab, you would be not fighting for the title.
That's true.
So
That's true. Merab, you should be thanking him, buddy. But it's like, I mean, it's all just like the Aljo and I beef.
That's it for today. Please subscribe and give a like to this video. Many thanks and see you in the next one.